Welcome back, everyone. New project day. The Puppet Theater book Nook is a Temu pickup. About $35 when I got it. Don't think it's one of those non-branded ones again. I don't think there's any. I haven't spotted any branding on it, but it's a generic book Nook. But evidently, it's a. You can control the puppet. I'm assuming the little wooden boy there. You got, looks like it's maybe an Alice in Wonderland theme. Got the rabbit and the is there a, see if the Cheshire Cat's in there. Don't spot him right off the bat, but I just thought it was a little different, a little cool. Ought to be a fun little build. So let's pop it open and see what we got. Oh, same three. I just noticed 3 out of 5 difficulty. 2 to 4 hour assembly time. Does it have a piece count on here? I don't even know. Probably 168 pieces. So it shouldn't be a very long build, but should be. I thought just browsing the old thing. Temu has a really good algorithm for pointing these things, bringing this stuff up to you if you haven't been on there. It's gotta give them props for that. Because I never fail to find something. Ooh, I need to put that in my cart. I may not always buy it, but I put a lot of stuff in the cart. All right, sleeve. Right, and then, alright. Okay, so we got our little bag of electronics and battery pack, LEDs, I guess a bracket maybe. I'm sort of been spoiled the last couple times with those USB ones, so I'm hoping for pass through, but no, it is battery powered. 3 AA's it says on there. Yes, and what we got? Some tape, teeny tiny screwdriver, a lens of some sort right there. That may be a motion sensor, I think. I do believe this one's motion sensor activated. A few little flowers and butterflies and interesting new. Those are different. So, gives me hope. It doesn't looks like it's pretty good quality as far as those accessories go. Same with the lights. And we got an acrylic sheet for the cover. Instruction manual is not overly thick. What we got? Let's see how many steps we got in here. Looks like 28 steps, 17 pages. Looks like it's going to be okay. Let's see. They are peel and stick sticker, so always a good thing. No books this time, thank goodness. Look at this. That one, it just does fit in there. Alright, get you on there. See what we got in here. Little, maybe the floor, it looks like. Checkerboard tile. It's more light and better. And a double-sided printing. Got that good chemical smell to it. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely a Alice in Wonderland themed thing. A little bit too much. You know, you got the red queen or the red hearts. Yeah. I thought it'd be Pinocchio, but it's sort of. I think that's just what I think of Pinocchio when I think. Okay, double piece. Some chess sets in there. More Queen of Hearts-esque stuff. And there's our critters and gears. I don't think they're functional gears. I just think they're decoration. And like I said, there's the rabbit with a watch. Would that be a Cheshire Cat? They always made it black and white when I was a kid, but they're Mad Hatter hat for sure. Alright, yeah. But, let's see, is there anything else? Let's see, how do the pictures and everything look on it? That's good. Get diagrams, not photos. It still looks like pretty good quality printing, so that's always a plus. Yeah, should be a fun little build. So, as per usual, I'm going to go grab the first few bits and we will get some building going. Be right back with that. Alright, let's knock out a couple of steps tonight and see how things go, and we'll proceed from there. Got a good little bit of progress, I think. All our bits and bobs turned and facing. It is one of those that requires a little gluing, so I got my B7000 handy and ready to go. But we just start off with our little archway. I did decide to go with more the natural wood look on the edges rather than where I've been painting them here lately. I figure a puppet show, it should look a little, puppet theater should look a little more wooden. So let's say just a little change up to see how it goes from there. In there. Snug fit so far. Now, right off the bat, we're up into glue territory. So these are our steps. I'm supposed to. Okay, so they're both sort of a little one on top of that. They say glue them together out here, but I think I'll just glue them together in place there at the door because that would just make life easier. So I'll get out the old phone stand and bring up Snoopy. I just noticed he was missing. Yeah, there we go. And just give me a little drop bead through there and let you go in. And same, just barely enough there. Make sure you're down, everybody's centered. Okay, got a couple of steps there. B7000 doesn't set instantly, but it sets, you can move it around after not very long, so I think we'll be alright with that. Get our little mouse guy. Goes in the back one there. Okay. Now, our railing here. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Well, the edge is fairly small, little fragile guy, so I'm going to seat them in and try and, yeah, pressure like that seems to be the way to go, I believe. I always worry about when you get these little skinny ones like this, I always worry about breaking them. And you've been watching for more than a couple of days. I've got a long list of broken pieces on my resume. That. I think I'm going to put just one little drop of glue between the layers on that door here, just a little more stability there. Make it get together. This off $1 clamp. Pull it together. All right. Actually, it's already time to mount it onto the wall. So the $1 clamp later. It goes in these guys, go into these guys. So. Now I can do the $1 clamp. Easier, I think I can. Alright. Put you back on the phone stand, keep it elevated. Okay. And we got our bar. We'll go around our little balcony dealio here. Good. Okay, so I think it's a mouse. It could be a rabbit, but I think it's a mouse. We're too far on there. Too top heavy, maybe. Okay. Well, now we gotta lay it down again because it's gotta do some gluing on our gears here. Well, I've got the outline for them, so just match them up. There's a little slack between them, it looks like. So, yeah. So, okay. I think I'm going to start at the top because that's going to be, I think it'll be a little easier. I'm just going to do your solids. I'll do a nice little generous blob right smack dab. Swizz around. These guys lined up. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Smaller gear, so I'll do a little less generous of a blob. Should be ample to hold it on. They do knock each other off if you're not careful, but that seems right. Okay, yeah, that was right. Okay. Excuse me. It actually does have the picture line, so I can maybe match them up exactly. Maybe I'll try several little dots and then one big dot on this one. That's probably the right play. Still get the glue spread around, but it's not floating, maybe. Alright. Nice and neat. Alright. I think that's probably enough time on that thing. So let's lay flat now. And we get our new dragonfly key, clock teapot, and our regular teapot are next. Now they're just okay. They're sort of floating on top of our gears here. So I think regular teapot is supposed to be like down here, according to the picture, on this arm. So I'll just do drop there, and moved it around when I did it. Okay. And it looks like this one's sort of supposed to bridge that gap a little bit. It's sort of right there. Is that where the picture looks? Let's do dots. This should be a little bit more stable than that last one, the first one. That was the last one I glued, so it's, I say, it just takes a minute or two for this stuff to sort of get sticky. Yeah, that's hard until it's fairly stable. It's not, I'm not going to swing it around or anything to test it, but it seems to be I don't think it's going to go anywhere either. And keychain dragonfly, or key dragonfly, I guess. Right. Yeah, it's got somewhere around this way. So. Up to me. And a little bit more like this. It seems to be pretty close to the picture. And wiggle that around a little bit so put you back in place. Alright. Cool. Now, our clouds go in these two holes. So, this one up top. This one here. Alright. And now we're supposed to do some wiring on this one as well, but I want to let that glue set up. So I'm going to come back to do the rest of step 1 in a minute. But right now I'm going to move over to step 2. It's a fairly straightforward step, I think. Okay. Right off the bat we're doing more gluing, getting a little more depth on our butterfly bouquet. That's down to there. Make sure we get everything sort of lined up. Looks pretty good. Let's set to the side and work on our little box here. Am I missing a piece? What's that? Right. Oh, no. That's 2. Okay. Of course, these are the ones I didn't realize were 2 pieces is the ones I didn't. I'm just trying to blend away the burrs there. That's going to be the part that actually shows as the issue. Okay. Up top here. Other way. Yeah, that did not lock in the back, so I'm assuming that's why. Okay, now this is going to be on this side. This on this side. Yep. Put this in here without. Okay, actually, I think let's try this and see if my plan works. It might be okay. This guy's going to go down into these two, and then I'll push this whole thing into the top and knock my. Okay. I don't have a lot of ability to apply pressure here. That's tweezers in there. Maybe a little. There we go. Okay. Little butterfly bouquet up and running. And honestly, that's all for step 2. And that's not quite enough, even with doing the wiring here in a second. So I'm going to let this glue dry a little bit more. And I'm going to go pull step 3, and then we'll call that a night. So, right back with that. Okay, that's a little too close, but been a few minutes. I think we're stable enough now. It's not, they're not swatting around it anymore. There's our Look at our clouds. I'm assuming this is going to be the right side. But okay, and like I say, wiring might be a little bit of a stretch. Just sort of, we're putting a light in place. So we get to throw. This is call for one of the 90-degree bends. So get one of those like so. And we're sliding you in here, hanging over the edge of our little bracket, and go top. This. One of those pieces, it feels like I'm about to break it. But I'm pretty sure there's some extras on here too. I do. It doesn't close up all the way there. Light up. I think this is going to be a job for some hot glue. I'm just gonna. Of course, didn't fire up the hot glue, but I'll do that. I'll go ahead and finish up. Jump to step 3 now, because like I say, we're gonna add step 3. It gets added on step 2 here, and we get to play with the accordions for a bit. And while doing that, I'm gonna let the hot glue gun warm up. So let me go grab that, and we'll do this, and back and forth and back and forth. Okay, now these got our accordion pieces to play with, making like I guess it's a stage or something. I'm not even sure. I'm sort of intrigued to find out. I just start off with sort of getting those guys primed and ready to be in place. Same on this one. They're barely hanging in there. They're not. So I'm hoping we'll put the tails in. It'll be more. Okay, actually, the feet on this one just go in these two. So that's, maybe I'll start with that one since they're so loose. Okay. Alright. Maybe I'm going to risk trying to mount this one up. Like I said, that one in really loose on the bottom part as well. So I believe I'm going to risk this going in. Goes in to these. Let's see if I can. I think they'll do. Yeah, these are, like I say, they're not. Flexible here. I'm about to put some stickers on top of them, so that should stabilize it, but that's still feels sort of iffy. Let's see if I feel down in the bottom. Okay. And this one here and there. Yeah, it's not going to hold it in there. Without some. Oh, it does. It does actually say call for glue. Okay, that makes sense. on the edges, not necessarily the. I think we'll be all right down here on the base. So just this top part we're going to have to glue in, and I think looks like a job for hot glue to me. Should be warmed up by now. I got a little bit of stick left in there, so let's just under here, and just dab there. There for a few seconds. Hot glue spoiled. I've gotten way too spoiled with the hot glue. It's almost too easy. all those years I wasted not using it. And same here. Dab on the edge there. Push. And I think this one, I'll put a little bit in there just to stabilize it. I'm not gonna kickstand back here, get in there, push it up a little bit. Ease you into it, make sure everything's nice and snug together. I'm not sure if they're stages or what, but they're in place now. With a couple of strings. Alright, and actually, before I start on that, I am gonna. The whole reason I got the hot glue out was this one, wasn't it? So I'll make sure I can. Just little blob in there. Pull you in place there. Doesn't take much, but like I said, it's, well, once it dries it'll be secure. I think I just barely caught it, but I think that'll be enough. Didn't need much. Okay, so that's, okay, step 1 is finally completed. Now last bit of step 3, we get to this out of the way. And like I said, get to put some stickers on these two pieces, so I just got the matching stickers there. Our pink stripes. And then a little crooked there, but still. Okay. And then I guess we'll make sure our hearts are going down. It's only directional. Oh, there's spades and clubs there too. Okay. Yeah. Hot glue strings there. Get them. Nice fit on the stickers. A little overhang there, but not well within reason, I'd say. Seems pretty stable. And then last little bit, this little arrow puppet theater direction. Let's go, says it goes up here on this pink little cattywampus, but alright. So that's step 3. Good little bit of progress. Moving right along. This is going to be a short one. I should be done with this in no more than 3 days if it continues at this pace. Cause, well, how many pages did I forget? 15 pages? Yes, 16 actual assembly pages. We're on 5, so yeah, this should be like a 3-dayer. That's a good starting point, good place to jump off from. I'm feeling it. It's gonna be it's got that sort of that cute bee vibe with the cutouts and that like I say, that smell of the whatever processing they use to make these things. I'm excited to see how the stuff in the middle goes, because like I say, the functioning puppet I think is gonna be the big selling point in this one, or the big marquee detail. But yeah, good start. Having fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel there if you'd like to see me do some experiments a couple of times a month. This here's what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is going to be the playlist for this whole build once I get more than one video on it. See you tomorrow.